What did you do? The coffee! Oh, the coffee! Oh, there's glass there. I better be careful. The coffee!
I'm really sad right now. Like, I'm gonna cry.
All right, let's start this right. What's up, Wolfpack? All right, we finally got our lattes right.
Oh my gosh.
After the mishap.
People, that was horrible.
Okay, so I spilled the coffee yesterday, but it was just on the counter. It was like a little puddle. In fact, I even posted on Instagram story. And hers, she apparently like elbowed and it just busted all over the floor. I really wish I had the camera still rolling at the 120. I mean, you could have seen it slow-mo. That's really the way it looked to me. It was like the slow-mo. No! Not the coffee. I mean, this coffee is so important. It is scorching hot, so we had to do some kind of iced coffee today. We could not do hot coffee because it's like 102 today, I think.
It's really hot.
Yeah. And this height difference, this is probably not going to look the best. This is driving me crazy, kind of.
Are you feeling insecure because I'm taller than you?
I am kind of feeling a little insecure.
Finally.
It feels a little weird, actually. So our topic today, we wanted to hit on the topic of the pressures of being a YouTuber. And I kind of think we need to hit on the topic of pressures of making iced coffee. Yeah. So yeah, that's our topic today. Now, Casey Neistat posted a video, and this is kind of like a response to or a tag-along to video of his video titled Pressures of Being a YouTuber. And so we want to hit on some of the topics of what we go through, kind of our pressures. And number one being, it's this constant pressure for myself, this personal pressure that I have for myself, this pressure of always creating.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself.
I do put a lot of pressure on myself, but it's because I always want to be improving. I always want to be, doing the next best thing. And sometimes what I'm learning now, so we started daily, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do daily was really to pressure myself in not just
pressure.
Yeah, pressure. Not just pressuring myself in the fact of like always having just incredible quality content, but to have quantity content as well. Now, I always want these videos to be good. Don't get me wrong. I always want to create like really good content. But sometimes for myself, my biggest pressure is I always feel like I have to do better than the last video. And so sometimes what happens is I wouldn't post enough because I was always worried about the last video that I posted and feeling like I couldn't top that last video. So like that for me is probably one of the biggest pressures that I have on myself. That's a personal pressure. That's not like a social media pressure necessarily.
He puts that on himself.
I do. That's all on me. Now, again, I always want to be improving. I always want to be doing a great job on what I do. But sometimes good has to be good enough, and you just have to get content out there. Because if there's no content, then there's nothing. Then you can never be better at what you do because you're never improving, because you're never creating anything. So that is like number one pressure for myself. Anything for you on that?
The pressure that I feel is just juggling the family and what?
I feel this pressure to like be taller than you right now.
Get over it. No, just balancing a healthy family life, just spending time with our kids, with each other, making sure that we are really managing our time wisely, and it takes a lot of time to do YouTube.
It does, and that was kind of like my next point on this was the pressure of family and just regular everyday life. Especially going daily on this now, some of the pressures is, are you always going to be filming? Are you always, when do you have family time? When do you like live normal life? When do you do other projects that you do? I mean, I have other businesses that I do, other film things that I'm running and always editing different things. So it's not just editing YouTube videos that I do, but I'm doing a lot of other things and also trying to lead a family as well. And so that's one of the biggest things that I feel like is another big pressure for me is how do you separate kind of your YouTube life, because that is us. That's what we do. And especially when we're doing this daily, like we're portraying our life daily. But how do you separate that in your own personal family life. And
not giving too much of the intimate details of our life.
yeah, I think, creating a separation in that even. And, that's why we've kind of gone to more of like topic based. We're not just grabbing the camera from early morning. I mean, what I used to do when we used to do daily is literally I would have my camera right beside the bed and I would go to sleep. It was right. I would wake up with the camera, go to sleep, and put it down. And that's kind of how we had to live our life for a while. And that's just not sustainable. We actually didn't last very long doing that.
We had to learn the balance of it. And
absolutely.
We've done pretty well.
Because even now, like, we can grab the camera, we can film something like this, and then, we can go out to eat later, and, that's an intimate portion of our life. That's me spending time with my kids.
Engage in our family.
Yeah, engaging in the family.
Kind of set the camera aside for a little bit. And
it's kind of like people that always have their phone in their face. You never get to experience the rest of the world when you have a camera just in your face.
You're frustrating.
You're capturing great moments with your family. You're capturing, incredible times. But are you really living through those times? I think that's the most important thing that you have to separate is your YouTube life. Is that taken away from your real life with your family, those intimate portions?
Owning the moment.
Yeah, owning the moment.
It's all about owning the moments that you have. Taking those opportunities that you'll never get to experience.
Yeah, and the third part of this is just the negative feedback. Now, we have been fortunate enough that we have not gotten a lot of negative feedback. Don't leave a negative post or a negative comment.
Thumbs down.
But we've not had a lot of negative feedback. And I've heard from a lot of other YouTubers that have received a lot of negative feedback that affects their personal life. And, it may not affect them to want to quit. Like, I think a lot of these guys are stronger than that, but it does affect you in the way of, okay, is what I'm doing, is it worthy enough to spend my time and efforts in producing something for, to put in public? We have kids and, there's some separation that you have to leave again. You can't let them be exposed to all the negativity out there because there is negativity in social media in general. And so you can't let them always be exposed to maybe what people are saying about you and your family, especially if you're family vloggers. I don't necessarily consider us family vloggers, although we vlog as a family some. The kids are in there some, but even that we've limited to a portion because, again, we want them to live their lives.
Exactly.
And this is kind of us. That's why in the intro, it's just us in the intro, and we need to add Merlin in there now because
we need to roll a new intro.
Yeah, we do need to work on that. We will. So, I mean, we're really like being really candid right now and just kind of expressing our own personal struggles. I can't talk today. It's this.
He hasn't drank all the coffee yet.
I need more iced coffee. That really, I mean, that's what's been on my mind today. Ever since listening to, Casey Neistat and hearing, some of the negative portion of what other YouTubers have gone through, that's what's on my mind today. And you have anything else to add?
I mean, you put it really plainly. Just making sure that we have time for you guys, time for us, time for our family, and really owning those moments. So
that's it. All right. I'm going to finish my iced coffee without dropping it. You gonna not drop yours?
Unless it's
no
on
promises.
You.
All right. So we will see you guys. Go sub, buy some merch, and we'll see you guys later.